Hi, Genevieve Siegel here. I did a post about your uterus, and I was joking saying, this is your uterus on drugs. But I want to mention about your uterus and drugs and your uterus being your first brain. When I was age 30, 31, I had a stabbing pain in my right side. And I went to the doctor and she did an ultrasound and she was a little nervous and thought it might be cancer, so she got me in to do a laparoscopy surgery and found out immediately that it was endometriosis. So she decided to put me on a drug called Depot Lupron, which basically at age 31 put me through a mini-menopause. And so it's halted my estrogen, and I had hot flashes, I didn't have my period, and it was supposed to shrink the cyst that I had on my ovaries, which was about 6 centimeters. And so that I did that for about 6 months, and then that didn't really work. So then she decided to do surgery, and I had another doctor do the surgery and supposedly got the endometriosis out of my ovaries. And then she recommended me getting pregnant because, not that it would cure endometriosis, but she said I was 30, I had a successful job, a successful husband, a house. I wanted to have kids, so why not try? So we tried, and no success. And then she told me that I was anovulatory infertile, which means that I wasn't ovulating. And so then they put me on Clomid, which made me ovulate. Oh, wow. Yeah. My body did not react very pleasantly to the medications. I started having anxiety attacks, severe anxiety attacks. Actually, when I was on a trip to visit a site for a Christmas party, I started feeling like I was having an asthma attack. And the year before, I had almost died from an asthma attack. And then my friend took me to the emergency room, and they tried, all kinds of stuff to see whether I was having an asthma attack, gave me albuterol and all these things. And finally, my allergist had contacted the emergency doctor and said, I don't think she's having an asthma attack. I think she's having a panic attack. So they actually knocked me out. I went home and woke up the next morning. I was feeling incredibly anxious. And so, yeah. And so on and off for 6 years, I ended up having panic attacks and went on and off of drugs, seeing psychiatry doctors, and it was the most horrific experience in my entire life. I ended up having such severe anxiety attacks or panic attacks that I couldn't leave my house. I felt like I was going to die or something severe was going to happen to me and nobody was going to help me. I thought I was going to have an asthma attack. Shortness of breath. I was sweaty. It was the most horrific experience. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was in a living hell, and my ears were ringing like nonstop. Like I said, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I just was like anxious all the time. And if I took Xanax, I would just pass out cold, and for 20 minutes, and I'd wake up and I would be completely anxious again. I couldn't get in the car. I just remember everything was just heightened. My smell, my hearing, everything was just heightened. It was a miserable experience. So I finally, ended up taking Western medication, like I said, for on and off for 6 years. And finally, when I moved back to California in San Diego, I couldn't do it anymore. I tried to work. That didn't, I just was anxious, too anxious. And I finally met somebody who told me to go to holistic healing school and just calm my nerves. And so I did, and oh my gosh, I went through huge transformations. I connected with my heart, my body, my spirit, my emotions, and cleared out a lot of negative, thoughts and energy, and I completely transformed my life, and I found my new calling, and to be a holistic health practitioner and to help other people and women who are not healthy because of their lifestyle, because of taking Western medicine, if they're really sensitive. I'm a really sensitive person. I didn't realize how sensitive I was until I went to holistic healing school. So yeah, so if you are a truly sensitive person, you don't even take aspirin for, pain, and your doctor tells you to take some meds, you may want to do some research. But I know that, especially if you have fertility issues and you want to have a baby, you'll do just about anything. But there are some natural treatments for a lot of different fertility issues, including the Maya abdominal therapy, the Arbigo techniques of Maya abdominal therapy. There's acupuncture, there's naturopathic doctors that can help. There's a lot of different things. So please tune into your body and see if whatever you're doing and whatever you're using is right for you. Because if I had listened to my intuition and listened to my body, I was a little disconnected, so it was hard for me, but I think I would have been in better shape. But then again, I think there's a reason why I went through it, so I can help other people steer them into the right direction for optimal health and well-being, and can help enhance their fertility as well. All right, just a little bit of information on holistic health, holistic fertility, and optimal health and well-being in your mind, body, spirit, and emotions. Thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye-bye.